Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Make Namaha. Om Make Namaha. Om Bhaskarehi Namaha. Om Bhaskarehi Namaha. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, bow your head off your practice today to someone who has helped to bring light and remove darkness in your life. Human being, an animal being, or a nature being. Visualize them, dedicate your practice to them. Namaste. Welcome everyone. So we're studying the Surya Namaskar mantra. And this week, Pushne Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. So this is the place in the sun salutation where you do the full prostration. You're laying flat on the floor with the arms over the head, ideally with your forehead touching the floor and with your toes and your hands pointed in prayer. Yes, that's Pushne. Om Pushne Namaha. So in India, there's lots of different ways of bowing and prostrating. It's a big thing in yoga. It's a big thing in Indian religious culture, and it's a big thing in Buddhism. In Buddhism, there's even more bowing. You spend a lot of the time bowing. And the thing about bowing is, in the Indian tradition, even when you say namaste to someone, when you namaste, you also bow. So you don't tend to go namaste to someone and stare into their face. When you say namaste, your hands are over your heart and you bow. And it's a kind of a way of like, what you're bowing to is the soul in them. And also the soul in yourself and that connection. And when if it was an elder that you were namasteing, or a guru or a teacher, or a holy man, a sadhu, or a swami, then when you namaste them, you bring the hands to the forehead, or to a deity, or to an altar. So it's just like kind of a higher form of respect. And then, of course, there's a full prostration that you would do to a deity form, or an altar, or a holy being. And when you do that, you usually go down as low as you can get. I mean, you can't get much lower than laying on the earth with your forehead on the floor. And that's why you do it, because it's the ultimate way of showing that you're surrendering your kind of pride, your ego, your personality and your character, and you're bowing down to something higher. And the thing to remember in yoga that people get really kind of confused about is that whenever you bow down to a deity, to a form, or even to an elder or a guru, you are never bowing to the person. You never are actually bowing to Krishna or Shiva, etc., or Ganesha. What you're doing when you bow, when you prostrate, is you're bowing to the highest part of yourself. All these things and all these forms, and even the guru, the teacher, are manifestations of your soul. And all they're doing is they're acting as portals through which you can access that in the wider world, but also within your own self. So don't get confused about that. Om Pushne Namaha, salutations to the giver of strength and nourishment. The sun is the source of all strength. Like the mother, she nourishes us with energy, light, and life. We offer respects in Pushne Namaha by touching all 8 corners of our body to the ground. In essence, we are offering our whole being in the hope that she may bestow mental, physical, and spiritual strength and nourishment upon us. So that's on Pushne Namaha. And so the sun is just another deity. So traditionally in a lot of ancient cultures, and it's still very prevalent in India, you worship different forms in nature. So the worship of the sun has always been there in many cultures, including ours, ancient cultures. In India, it's still a very strong practice. People worship the sun, they worship the moon, the new moon, the full moon, and the moon generally. People worship the planets, they worship the river Ganges, they worship Mount Kailash, they worship rocks in fields, they worship sacred trees, they worship ponds, etc. They worship anything. And the thing is, why do they worship anything? Why are there so? Because like there's so many. So if you're living in a remote village in the middle of nowhere and there's a pond, which you worship, you find something to worship in nature. That's the essential thing. And then what happened from that? That's kind of like aniconic worship without the icon. And then what happened from that? We gave stories to these places and to these things. And then the deities arrive. It's like, we can tell a story about Mount Kailash. We can put Shiva in there. And we can say that Shiva married Parvati and they had a son called Ganesha. And it's like, we build up this whole story around what is essentially a nature form. And so even when we're worshiping a god like Shiva, and then it came, we're still worshiping nature. And then avatars came, great saints and reincarnations of the Lord like Krishna and Shiva and Buddha and Jesus and etc. And they can be worshipped because they are also portals through which we can access the soul. That's what it's all about. That's what yoga is about. Does that make any sense? You look bewildered. Okay, so that isn't really what I was going to talk about. So the form that we're worshipping when we worship the sun is we're worshipping a nature form. And the sun doesn't just mean the sun. When you worship in Surya Namaskar, you're worshipping Mother Nature. So you're worshipping the sun and the moon and the rivers and the stars and the oceans and the earth and the soil and the plants and the birds and the animals, and you're worshipping all other human beings, including yourself. Because the sun is the giver of life. The sun is the source of prana, the prana which animates all beings and all inanimate objects, because there's really in yoga no such thing as an inanimate object. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's what's happening when you do the sun salutation, which is a form of worship. So yesterday I was sitting in the garden, and what I like to do in the evening is I'll sit in the garden in the evening, have a cup of tea when it's coming towards dusk. And I have the cup of tea, and then I come in here and I do my practice. That's my routine. And I like to sit in the garden in the evening because it's that time in the day, like they talk about this a lot in yoga, where there is a change in the energy, in the prana, in the atmosphere. It happens in Brahma Muhurta, which is very early in the morning, just as before the sun rises. And it happens when the sun is getting ready to set. And those times of the day are very auspicious for sadhana. And so I sit there and I watch the birds. And at that time of night, there's always a lot of bird activity. I don't know if you've noticed. Like this time of year, all the small birds are going around and trying to get some food in them to keep them warm over the night. And then there's other birds which are going to roost, and other birds which are migrating backwards and forwards to feed to where they're going to roost. So I watch the birds. And I was really struck yesterday by the kind of level of sophistication that's going on just in a small garden. And it's like there's lots of different flight paths for birds. There's the low-level flight, which is the wren. And the wren is flitting from between the box bushes and through the flower beds. And, you know, a little wren, they're like little mice, they scuttle around. And then just a little bit up from that, more on the level of the top of the hedges and the shrubs, there's a hedge sparrow, hedge accenter, which is like really that lovely sort of like buffy brown color. And he's just a little bit higher. He's floating around, going from bush to bush, looking for food. And then on the next level, in the tree above my head in the apple tree, there were blue tits, and 4 blue tits. And they were all kind of like having a good time in the apple tree. And they're flying around from tree to tree at that sort of level. And then slightly higher up in the greengage tree, there were goldfinches and chaffinches and a big bunch of house sparrows. And they were making a real racket. They really like to chatter. And so they were on the kind of next level. And then just to my left in the Katani aster tree, which has all the red berries on it, there were 2 blackbirds in there feeding. So this is all going on in this tiny little space. And then also in the middle of this tree where all the sparrows were, there was a field fair. You know what a field fair looks like? It's like a thrush, but it's sort of got sort of like more red on the back of it, and it's got a grey bit near its tail. Very pretty birds. And they migrate here from like Sweden, places like that, for the winter. And I feed them apples. And so they have a kind of like bit of a thing going with the blackbirds about who's going to get the apples. And so that's in the middle of the tree. They're really shy. So they don't sort of sit around much so you can see them. They hide in the middle of the trees. And so there's a lot of sophistication in that, if you know what I mean. A lot of interbeing going on. But then there's another level, and that's where the doves are flying around. Woo, woo, woo. They're kind of on that level, just above the height of the roof, and they're flying from tree to tree, and they're doing their little evening thing. And then they come back and they like to roost in that evergreen oak near the gate because it's like very dense and protective in there. And then there was another level where above them there was rooks, and there was a load of rooks went by, and they were just kind of like, they're going back to the churchyard where they live. They've been feeding out in the field. So they had that level. And then the next level was flocks of pigeons. It's so big, it's like Piccadilly Circus up there. And it's like, there's these flocks of pigeons. There was a big flock went over, flying towards the north. And as it went over, you know, you could hear the whistle or the hissing of the wings. It was such a big flock. And then just as they got over the bottom field, they were met by another flock coming up from the south. And they all sort of like merged together. And then they all turned around and flew off to the west. So it's like, I'm thinking, what's going on here? It's like they just went to pick up their friends. Like now they're all going somewhere to have a party, maybe. I don't know what they're doing. But they went off in another direction. And then above that is the thing I always sit and watch for, is the gulls. So right up high on a still day, on a perfect blue, in a perfect blue empty sky, with the sun going down. So it's lighting the gulls from the underneath. You just see these silver white ghosts floating through the sky. And sometimes what they fly in formation, but yesterday there were just loads of them and they were just all random. They were all just in the sky, floating on the thermals, hardly beating their wings and just drifting. back to where they're going to roost for the night. And then there was one other thing. There was a big gull coming in the other direction on its own, a big herring gull. It was flying really low and just looking around, checking everything out. And it's like, nature is kind of where we're at. It's like, by observing nature, by getting close to nature, we're doing yoga. So what are we doing? What is this body? What is this mind? What is this practice we do? These shapes we make, these breaths we take. We're like all those birds. We're in that kind of matrix of prana, that living, sharing, and coexisting, and kind of not getting in each other's way too much, but giving each other space to be. And living our own lives, being independent, being individual, being unique, being creative, but at the same time being part of this amazing whole, which is this beautiful world we share. And trying to look after it, trying to nourish it, trying to help each other, trying to help other beings, trying to be kind, compassionate, friendly, trying to give as much as we can to others, and so that we can. That's the only way you ever get happy. It's like if you feed the birds, if you look after the environment, you kind of connect with the nature around you, makes you happy. It feeds you, makes you strong. And that's what we're doing when we do a sun salutation, believe it or not. And that's really what your whole practice is. Learning to see that in that worship, however you're doing it and whatever you're worshiping, because everything you're doing is worship, whether you know it or not. That connection to the soul is the predominant thing in the way you're living. And in that way, you serve yourself and you serve others. And you're a yogi all the time, not just on your yoga mat. I mean, birds are better at it than us. We've messed it up a bit. But we can get back there. Namaste. Come in front of your mat, stand in Tadasana. Stagger yourselves a little bit on your mats. Lift your chest up. Bring your chin down. Look into your heart. Eyes closed or open. Come into gentle Ujjayi breathing. Even inhale, even exhale to begin. Tuck the tailbone gently towards the pubic bone, Mula Bandha. So you feel a bit of support across your hips. Lighten and lift the lower abdomen, the Dhyana Bandha, so you feel support for your lumbar spine. Drop your shoulder blades down. Bring your chin slightly down, so you're gazing past the tip of the nose to your heart. You always want to start your practice with at least 3 breaths. After Vinyasa, inhale as you raise the arms and bring the arms overhead and flip your palms. Turn your palms up, lift, pause. Slowly exhale, lower the arms on the breath. Breathing together, Ujjayi. Inhale, widen overhead. Lift the palms, lift. Exhale, widen down. If you're near the wall, turn in so that you can bring your arms nice and wide. Inhale, arms widen overhead. And remember to pause at the end of the movement and the breath. Exhale, thumbs to the back of the neck, palms stay facing up. Open your chest. Inhale, push the hands to the ceiling. Exhale, widen down. Inhale, widen up with your palms. Remember to keep changing the interlock of your fingers. Kapalabhati. Exhale to the right. Side stretch. Inhale, come to the center, tuck your chin down. Exhale to the left, lift the chin, look at the horizon line. Inhale, center chin down, lengthen. Exhale, right. Look straight ahead. Move the hips a bit to the left, equal weight in both feet. Stay there. Inhale. Short breath. Exhale, long. At the end of the exhale, pause. Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, center chin down. Exhale, left. Short inhale. Long exhale. Pause. Tailbone, pubic bone, lower abdomen in and up. Inhale, center. In down. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay. Inhale, widen up, flip palms. Exhale, hips back, fold halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Hips back, gazing into the navel, core strong. Inhale, come up, arch gently back. Exhale, halfway. You can do it with the prayer over the heart if it feels strong on your back. Gaze the legs, hips back, tummy in. Good. And one more time. Inhale, Vinyasa up. Arch back. Open the shoulders. Exhale, fold all the way down. Keep the fingers interlocked. Inhale all the way up. Gain arch back. Try and keep the chin down as you arch back. Exhale all the way down. Uttanasana. Take the big toes or slide the hands under the feet with the toes up to the wrist. Inhale, I look up. Stay there and fully exhale. At the end of the exhale, draw the lower abdomen in. Keep the lungs empty, fold. Round the back, head towards the legs. When you inhale, breathe into the back of the lungs. Forward your shoulders. As you exhale, empty the lungs completely. Pause, draw the lower abdomen in. Same again. Short inhale, long exhale. Optional bandage at the end of the exhale. Release the hands and fill the palms. Inhale all the way up. Arch back a little bit, loosen down. And exhale to Tadasana. Okay, Surya Namaskar, some salutation. I'll talk you through the first one and then we'll use the mantra. A little bit of stagger on your mats towards the front of your mat. And if you haven't got the room to bring your arms really wide when you lift up, bring them more forward. It's fine. Inhale. Exhale. Ujaayi mudra. Pausing at the end of the breath. Inhale, widen up. Flip your palms. Keep changing the interlock of your fingers. Lift. Exhale, hips back, fold all the way. Little inhale there. Exhale, swap. So maybe round the back, heels may rise forward in knees. Inhale into the back. Hold the breath, hold the step, chakranga. 4 knees down, allow halfway. All the way to the floor, full prostration. Hands in prayer. Hands back, chakranga, on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hold the breath in. Exhale, down facing dog. Hold the breath out. Take a little inhale when you hop forward if you want to, or keep the lungs empty. Hop or step forward. Squat down to asana. Completely empty your lungs until you feel the lift through the perineum. Inhale, straighten your legs. Keep your hands flat on the floor if you can. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold into the legs. Back to neck. Lift the palms, inhale all the way up. Chin down. Arch back a little bit. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, Tadasana. Okay, I'm going to do with a mantra, so just follow best you can. I'll give you a couple of little pointers. Remember that the mantra comes at the ends of the breath, and there's a pause in the movement as well as the mantra. Inhale. Anjali. Exhale. Om Mitre Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Om Bharati Namaha. Om Kati Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Hold. Om Hiranyakapi Namaha. Hold. Om Mariche Namaha. Hold the breath out. Om Mariche Namaha. Hold. Om Savitre Namaha. Hold. Om Ake Namaha. Up. Anjali. Om Bhaskare Namaha. Tadasana. Inhale. Anjali. Om Mitre Namaha. Om Ravi Namaha. Om Sari Namaha. Oh yeah. 4. Om Bharati Namaha. Om Kati Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyakapi Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Bhaskare Namaha. Anjali. Om Bhaskare Namaha. Tadasana. Very nice. Good. Turn to the right. Turn to the left. Middle of your mat. Inhale. Raise the arms. Floor level. Exhale. End of the exhale. Hobble step feet apart. Right inhale. Exhale over the right leg. Pause at the end of the breath. Inhale, come up. Switch the feet, exhale over the left. Don't rush, slow breathing. Look straight ahead at the wall when you're doing the vinyasa. And inhale, come up. Ujaayi breathing, please. Switch the feet. Exhale to the right. Just gaze straight ahead until you take the final pose. Pause. Inhale it. Switch. Exhale. Inhale it. Switch. Exhale, fold. Breathe some with the breath, deeper inhale and deeper exhale. Widen the arms a bit, Joe, and the back foot in a little bit. Try not to let all the weight go into your front hand. Try to hold on to the leg or the hand and lift the weight to the front hand. While drawing the energy up from the front leg through the pelvis into the back foot. Activating the core and then inhale. Switch the feet, exhale, straighten out from the left side. Try to lengthen the underside of your spine as well as the top side of the spine. Now in the full posture, you can be gazing at the top side. That's comfortable for the neck. Lower it forward, front it back. And then in the front foot, so it's in line with your knees. Go straight. Yeah. And over that flow. Inhale, lift up. Shoulder level, deep 30 degrees, switch out to the feet. Exhale, hands to the way. Look hard. Start back and out. Inhale, raise the arms shoulder level. Widen the stance bit, so you want to do a long stance. Turn the right foot out and left of it. Bring out it on the right side first. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the forearm on the side, top arm up and over your ear. Ground the back foot, put the elbow to the feet. Inhale, lift up, arm shoulder level. Stay that way round. And exhale, up, back, reverse the warrior. Keep the front knee bent all the time as you can. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, elbow on the thigh, top arm over. Smooth breathing. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse the warrior. So keep the back leg straight. Open the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Keep back arm and leg strong. Exhale, bring the forearm on the thigh, the top arm up and over, or optional now, bring the hand to the floor inside or outside the foot. Reverse. Gazing at the top hand, or gazing at the side of it. Nothing the side view. Then inhale, both hands to the floor, either side of the front foot. Exhale, drop the back knee down with the heel. Inhale, bring your right hand onto your knee, and then bring your left arm up. Really extend through the left side of your body. And then take a long exhale. Twist to bring the elbow outside the knee. Hands in plan. Inhale, straighten the back leg optimally. Straight line from back heel to base of skull. 3 breaths. Keep that Ujaayi band, the lower abdomen strong so it doesn't move. Breathe into your back ribs and push the back or lung. Try not to let your hip drop lower than your front knee. Keep the core strong with band up. Inhale, both hands down. Drop the back heel to the floor. Inhale, lift up, Asana Class. Feet 30 degrees on top of level. Exhale, turn the left foot out and the right foot in. Inhale. Exhale, Kapalabhati. Set the front knee, forearm to the side, palm on the feet. Inhale, come up, reverse forward. On the exhale. We'll do that Vinyasa 2 more times. Let's do this absolute same. Keep that front knee over the heel, not the arm. Try to keep your back leg straight if you can. Try lifting up the inseam of your back leg. Open to the hips. And then it's time to take your posture. You're ready, same variations you did on the other side. Just breathe, smoothly, Ujaayi, breathe and relax. That top shoulder down, put the arm over. So the top shoulder connects to the back heel through the hip. Inhale, both hands down. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the left. Elbow outside the knee. Keep exhaling completely empty the lungs. Hands in prayer. Don't breathe in. Inhale, straighten the back leg. And then start to breathe more into your back. If you let go of the Ujaayi bandha and breathe deeply, it will put you off balance. So if you control the Ujaayi bandha, you get the breath higher than the diaphragm and backwards. Open the back side of the If you cultivate a little pause at the end of the breath, so you'll be able to gradually deepen the twist. Straight line through the forearms. And then inhale, both hands down, turn the back heel down. And exhale, and inhale, float up, Asana Class, feet 30 degrees. Good. Arms over the head now. Exhale, turn to the right and fold over the right leg. And then sweep across with the arms in line with the ears to the left foot. And on the inhale, come up. Turn to the right, exhale, same. Feet can be out about 30 degrees. And then switch. Go back over the left leg. Do 2 vinyasas on that side. I don't know why it's gradually getting faster and faster. Try and slow down the movement and by slowing down your breath. And then inhale, come to the center and arch back. You can recover. Move your hips back and exhale, pull forward. Just watching the person in front of you. Try not to do it. Bring your hands to the floor. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, bend your elbows straight back and long your shoulders and release the head. Now the inhale is short inhale, the exhale is long exhale. And if you're comfortable, you can get your head comfortable on the floor. You can come into a head balance if you want. Or if you can get your forearms down comfortably, you can come straight into a headstand from there. But just be cautious of your neighbors. Main thing is that unequal breath. And then inhale, walk the hands forward and look up. Exhale, soften your knees and hop your feet together. And inhale there and exhale, squat down if you can with your knees and the feet together. Heels may rise. And separate your knees and inhale. And exhale, if you can, bring your hands inside your knees and drop your shoulders inside your knees. Then optional, bring your hands down behind you and hold your feet. Round your back and bring your forehead taken to the floor. A steady gaze at your toes will help you keep your balance. Feel and breathe. Ujaayi breathing. Keep relaxed, smooth exhales. And you bring the hand behind your back and clasp them behind your sacrum. Good. And then put the hands on the floor under your shoulders and inhale, straighten your leg. And exhale, fold over the legs without the neck. Soften your knees. Inhale, roll your spine up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, turn to face the front, standing Tadasana. Lead a return sequence. Inhale, arms widen overhead with your palms. Chin down. Exhale, separate the palms, face forward. Inhale, arch from the upper back. Really try and stretch through your shoulder joints. Exhale, fold all the way down. Little inhale, exhale, Uttanasana, heels may rise. Squat down. Round the back. Little inhale into the backwards, hold the breath, chaturanga. Don't struggle, no point in struggling. Then inhale, straight to up dog. Chin down. Exhale, down dog. And take 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, long. Hold the breath out, forwards. And again, same thing. Hop 1 step forward. Go to Asana, separate the knees, sit down, down to Asana. And you try to get stretched out, like strong. Inhale, bring the arms over your head. Down. Exhale, don't move. Inhale, round your back, slowly lay down on your back. Arms over your head. Exhale, hands beside your hips, relax. Asana today, be a little bit apart, arms away from the body. Arms facing like this. Let go of the Ujaayi. Inhale, arms over your head with your palms. Bring your feet together, draw your lower back into the floor, flex your feet. Inhale into your chest and stretch. Turn your gaze down and look into the navel and the center of the body. Bottom of the navel. Get another inhale and stretch. Now, super long exhale. Completely empty your lungs. At the end of the breath, pause. Look into the navel, draw the navel to the spine. Relax your eyes to the inside of your mouth. When you're ready, inhale. Keep the feet flexed and lower back pulling to the floor. Then another long exhale, completely empty your lungs. Every last bit of air out. Tataka mudra. Navel to the spine. Looking into the navi navel. Free form mudra. Ponder the belly, ponder the eyes, ponder the mouth. Inhale, when you're ready, bring the arms up over your face. Exhale, bend your knees, cross your ankles, hold the feet. And just squeeze your knees gently down towards the armpits. And then exhale, rock up, inhale, rock back. Exhale up, inhale back. 3 times, that's how it's just fine. Final time, come up, take down that. Legs straight, hands beside the hips, Janusajasana or half lotus. Inhale, bend the right knee, hug the knee to the chest. Exhale, knee out quickly in a thigh or half lotus. Inhale, put the arms over the head with the left index finger on top and drop the fingers. Exhale, fold over the leg. Slowly, slowly, pause at the end of the breath. Inhale, come up. Put that knee down. Exhale all the way down. Take whatever you can reach, round the back, close your eyes, look into the navel. Inhale on 1, on 2, on 3. Exhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, on 6. Relax. Inhale on 1, on 2, on 3. Exhale on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, on 6. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, there, lengthen. Exhale, release the left hand down. See if you can hold the inside of your left foot. And then stretch the right arm up on an inhale. Exhale, sweep the hand around behind your back. And hold your lotus foot. Put the hand over your thigh, over your hand to your back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist in the corner with your right foot. Ujaayi, breathing eyes closed. Inhale. Long exhale. Pause at the end of the exhale, fingers. Short inhale. Long exhale. Pause, fingers. Inhale, come to center, float the arms over your head. And then just exhale, fold once over the left leg. Release the bow. Inhale, come on. Exhale, hands down, straighten both legs down, Asana. Look between the feet. Lean forward, bring the hands halfway down the thighs, round the back, chin to the chest. Take an inhale and then completely empty your lungs. Hold the breath out. Lift the hips up. Lift one leg up or both legs up. Keep the back round. And then slowly come down and inhale. You can practice that at home. And then inhale, bend the left knee to the chest. Exhale, knee out, foot to the inner thigh. or half lotus. Inhale, float the arms with the right index finger on top of the palms. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale up. All right, get a little bit more rotation in the lower back before you fold. Exhale, go down. Hold, breathe. Hold, breathe. Keep your foot square. Keep it even. Keep your foot secure. Keep it square. That should be square. Eyes closed, looking into the nose, over the rest of the exhale, you can't be on numbers. Keep your shoulders relaxed, your neck relaxed. Flip your palm all the way up. Exhale, twist the left. Inhale there. As you exhale, bring your right hand down, see if you can hold the inside of the right foot. So your palm will be facing down. Inhale, stretch the left arm up. And now try to get openness in that shoulder and the top of the back, and then just rotate the shoulder joint and squeeze the arm behind you. So you don't have tension in the shoulder. Hold the lotus foot, thigh or back. Gently gaze behind you, then close your eyes. The eyes closed are looking towards the nose, Nasaka. Breathe down. Long exhale with pauses. Keep your chest broad and open. Inhale, arms overhead, release the toes, turn to face the front. Exhale, fold over the straight leg. Just a breath. Inhale, put the palms come up. Exhale, leg straight, hands beside the hips, Dandasana. Go for the glute again, hands halfway down the thighs. Round your back, completely empty your lungs. When the lungs are empty, hold the breath out. Lift the buttocks up first, and then you can lift one leg, or you can lift both if that works. Or you can lift one, put it down, lift the other one. Yes. Okay. And then inhale, cross the ankles, bring the hands to the floor, hop or step back, touch right. Inhale, upper facing dog. The other to the bottom. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hop halfway down your mat onto your shins. And back and hands on tops of the knees, chest up, chin down. Inhale, bring your arms widen overhead. I'm just going to counter pose. Before bending. And exhale, bring the hands down behind you with the fingers pointing forward. And inhale, lift your hips, open your chest, option to drop your head back. Squeeze the buttocks, pause. Exhale, slowly down, up to the heels. And again, inhale, lift your chest. Open your chest. Option your head back. Pause. Exhale again. Inhale, arms up and over the head. Sit up on your knees, lift your palms. Exhale as you sit on the heels, bring your thumbs to the back of the neck. Open your chest. Hold the breath out, pause. Inhale, sit up on the knee, push the hands to the ceiling. Exhale, sit down on your heels, bring the hands forward to the floor in front of you, forehead to the floor. Hands are out in front of you, extended. As you inhale, flip the palms, come up. As you exhale, sweep the hands behind you, sitting on your heels now. Bring the hands behind you and bring your hands into reverse prayer. Or hold your opposite elbow, or clasp your hands behind you. With the hands in reverse prayer, lift it open your chest, drop your head back, push the hands into the heart. With a long exhale, fold forward, bring your forehead to the floor. Slide your hands up if you can and lift your elbows to the ceiling. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sit up. Open the chest, arch back, lift up. Push the hands into the heart. Exhale, release the hands to the knees, back down. Chin down, chest up. Close your eyes, lift your chest, bring your chin slightly down. Bring your gaze into your perineum, fully exhale. As you inhale, look perineum, navel, heart, throat pit. Pause, look perineum, exhale fully. The end of the exhale, hold the breath out. Chin to chest, Uddiyana, perineum, Ujaayi, lower abdomen, all three bandhas, Mahabandha. Release bandhas, inhale. Long exhale. Once more with marvelous, gaze into the perineum. Inhale, perineum, navel, heart, throat. We're just flicking your gaze. Pause, look into the perineum, exhale fully. Your gaze is down through your body to the center of your pelvic floor. The end of the exhale, bandhas. Chin down, perineum lifts, lower abdomen sucks in and out. And then release the bandhas, inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you. Hop or step back, side line. Inhale, upward facing wall. Exhale, down facing wall. Hold that for a couple of breaths with long exhales. And then inhale, hop halfway down your mat into a wide squat, Malasana. Sit up with your hands over your heart if you can, so you get your spine and vertebrae. Bring your feet widely. Go ahead, Claudia, bring your feet wider. This is a wide squat, so you can let your hips sink. Bring the hands to the floor, come into crow if you know how. If you don't, you can stay there in the squat. You can stay there for 5 breaths in crow, or you're with the feet on the floor going towards crow. If you're comfortable in crow, lower your head to the floor and come into a head balance for 3 breaths. Can't do a crow, you're a wren. Can't do a wren, do a sparrow. Do something.
True, that's all.
And then when you're ready, you're in the head balance now, come down. And come back to the floor. You can do it. You don't have to do either. Your knees need to be up, and your knees need to be more flat, and keep your arms a bit straighter. So you're more like, when you come forward and up, you can try and lift more. You'll be more like a light color, not like a color. Hands to floor, opposite step back, step one. Inhale, Ujjayi Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. And just winding down now. Hopper step forward. Pop down, foot to top. Separate the knees, sit down, Dandasana. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, don't move. Hold the breath out. Go down, arms over the head. Other way. You realize this is much more entertaining. And then bring the hands back to the hips. I'm just going to do a few short sound preparation sequence. So bend the knees and bring the heels close to the buttock. Knees together if you can. If you need them a little bit apart, feet and knees, that's okay. But if you can have the feet and knees together, it works a bit more strongly on the hips. Inhale slowly, come up and bring the arms up and over your head to the back of your hand and floor one movement. So at the end of the movement, the hips are at the highest point, and the back of the hands just hit the floor. And then slowly exhale, bring the arms over and the puppets to the floor so they touch at the same level. You've got to really concentrate. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. The arms obviously have to move faster than the hips. At the end of the movement, pause and see if you can get the sternum on the chin. And then slowly exhale, go down. It's not so easy if you have a long neck. And then inhale, come all the way up. Just the metaphor really. Good, and then stay there with the body, but exhale to bring the arms back. If you lock the hands under the body or hold your ankles. And then inhale, just lift your hips a little higher, squeeze the sternum towards the chin. 3 deep breaths. Optionally, you can bring your hands over and go forward or if you want to. Just 3 breaths. Very slowly, everybody kill it down. Bend your knees, Asana, hold your knees to the chest. Inhale, push the knees away slightly, still holding on to the knees. And then exhale, squeeze the knees down with the chin towards the knees. Pause. Inhale, lower the head and release the knees. Exhale, squeeze the knees down with the nose to the knees, and to the lungs, pause, fingers. Inhale, release, head down. Exhale, squeeze, lift the forehead to the knees. Stay down. Little inhale, long exhale. Just lower your head to the floor on the inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor beside the hip. Inhale, shoulders down. Or take any variation that you're working with, legs up the wall. Just lifting the legs and putting something under your hips. Come into your gentle Ujjayi breathing. Try to release any tension in your throat. Release the mouth, the upper palate. Relax the eyes. Close the eyes. Turn the gaze down, look into the back of your throat and pupa, which is where you should feel the Ujaayi sound coming from. Right. Yeah, that's good. Gazing into the back of your throat and gaze Ujaayi breathing. Keep your toes relaxed and push out more through the balls of your feet, so they're the highest part of the foot. Activating the inseam of the leg, so the seam is rotated inside, and then put the tailbone forward towards the pubic bone to get a little bit straighter. Pranayama. My teacher in India used to say, if there's a gap in your feet, how do you expect the prana to move from one leg to the other? Your big toe bases to be touching each other and your heels to be slightly apart. That rotates the legs and the femur slightly in, which makes your hips want to drop back. But what you do then is you tuck your tailbone in towards your pubic bone, which naturally engages Mula Bandha, which helps you lift up, makes you light. You don't want to be tense in your legs and feet. You're all right. They always shake. They do not football. And then when you're ready on the exhale, allow the feet to plow or bring the knee to your forehead and try to keep the breath the same for 2 breaths. Try not to change the breath. Keep the gaze in the Kapalabhati. Okay, and then interlock your thumbs behind your back if you can. Lift your thumbs and extend your arms until they're dead straight. Rock your shoulders under, keep the thumbs interlocked. Keep your thumbs interlocked. Roll your buttocks onto your forearms, arms are dead straight. Lower down onto your forearms. You can. Lower down onto your forearms. Good. Now straighten your arms. So an inhale, lift the head and the chest, drop the heels to the floor. So it's like one movement. As you come down, you go straight into fish. You're turning from a flower to a fish. Lift your chest, open your chest. Try to keep your shoulders down as much as you can away from your ears. That's tough. That's not moving. Don't roll that way and get them down. Yeah. Good. 3 breaths there. And then make your way down. You can bring your arms away from your body, your feet wider than your hips, and relax. Roll your head gently from side to side if you need to. And start by just feeling the connection of the body to the floor and feel that you're symmetrical. So you have equal weight in both heels, calves and legs, equal weight in both buttocks, equal weight in both shoulders. The arms are equally away from the body, the palms face up, the shoulder blades go down the back, and there's equal weight in the back of each hand. You want to feel that your shoulders are even, And your neck is a natural extension of your spine. The back of the neck is long. Then release your upper palate and let your eyeballs sink. There's no tension in your eyes, in your forehead, your temples, or your scalp. Relax the whole inside of your mouth. Relax your tongue. And let your jaw go loose. Relax the throat pit. Relax the back of the throat. Relax all the muscles around your heart. Relax your left lung. Relax your right lung. And relax your chest and lungs. Now you're just trusting your body to breathe. You're doing nothing. Relax all your spinal muscles. Your whole pelvic region and your hips. Relax your knees and your calves. Relax your ankles, the soles of your feet and your toes. And then feel the relaxation flowing from your toes up through your whole body and through your spine. And rest the prana in your heart. Just be aware of the prana in your heart. And completely relax. Deepen the breath. Bring your feet together, arms by your sides. Inhale, arms over the left side, right side long. And then stretch your whole body. Bend your knees, hug your knees, make your way to a seated posture for pranayama. Kneeling or cross-legged, use your blocks so you can relax your spine. We'll start with one round of Kapalabhati with Hasta Vinyasa, just 24 expulsions. If you're not familiar with Kapalabhati, then just bring the arms over the head and do a few deep Ujaayi breaths with long exhales. Inhale, bring the arms widen overhead with your palms. And just lift through your rib cage. You don't need to strain, but just feel that it lightens the rib cage. And then exhale, bring your arms back slightly and your chin down towards your chest. Close your eyes and look into your navel. Take a little shallow inhale, then we do 24 together. Hex, 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 hex. Exhale completely. Inhale, push your hands to the ceiling. As you exhale, bring your arms widen down, Chin Mudra. Ujaayi Pranayama, left hand Chin Mudra. Right hand Vishnu Mudra, first two fingers to the palm. Bring the hand into position. The inhales are through both nostrils. The exhales are through alternate nostrils. The inhales have Ujaayi sound. The exhales have no sound. I'll talk you through a couple of rounds without the mamas, and then I will start to add the mamas for those of you who want to use the gaze points by simply flicking the gaze to the points in the body without moving the head. Exhale, both nostrils. Inhale, Ujaayi, both. Retain, close both nostrils. Exhale, left, no sound. Inhale, Ujaayi, both. Retain. Exhale, right, no sound. Slowing down and lengthening that exhale, making it smooth and peaceful, relaxing your mind. Inhale, Ujaayi, both. Retain. Exhale, left, no sound. Inhale, Ujaayi. Retain. Exhale, right, no sound. Continue in that way, or I'll start to add the arms. Inhale, Ujaayi, both nostrils, look nose tip, third eye, soft palate, navel, perineum. Retain. Look heart. Exhale, left, no sound. Gazing down into your heart with the chest lifted. Inhale, both Ujaayi. Nose tip, third eye, soft palate, navel, perineum. Retain. Look heart. Exhale, right. Inhale, Ujaayi. Nose tip, third eye, soft palate, navel, look perineum. Retain. Look heart. Exhale, left. Inhale, Ujaayi, nose tip, third eye, soft palate, navel, perineum. Retain. Look heart. Exhale right. Finish that round by yourself. After you've exhaled through the left nostril, release both hands to chin mudra. Focus on the feeling, balance in your mind and body after the pranayama. Come into a very natural, quiet, easy breath. So Pushne Namaha meditation. As you exhale, drop your awareness to the center of your pelvic floor. You don't need any gazing now, it's just feeling. As you inhale, draw the breath up through your spine. Very thin breath. Turn it to the center of the skull, in line with your eyebrows, Asana chakra. Exhale down through the spine. Tuck it into the center of the pelvic floor, feel a bit of tone. Inhale up. Asana chakra, a bit of tone. Exhale down. Inhale. Establish that psychic breath in the Pushne Namaha, which means the path of grace in your spine. And your breath wants to get very thin, very quiet, until the breath almost disappears. And you can just feel the prana moving without the engine of the breath. You can stay with the feeling if visualization comes easy to you. You can visualize that movement as a bright white light or a fire red color in your spine. And then you can use the mantra, Soham. As you inhale and the breath comes up, so the breath goes down, Hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, Hum. Next time the breath comes up, rest in the Asana chakra. Center of your skull, in line with your eyebrow. Rest the prana there, rest your awareness there. Allow a soft white light to fill the space in your skull where your thoughts would be. no worry, no thoughts, no past, no future. Totally present in the moment. Freedom of mind. And the next exhale, drop the awareness into your heart. Ground yourself back in the body. Begin to deepen your breath. Put your hands into Ujaayi mudra. Inhale deeply for Om. Start with me if you don't. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sugandhim Pushne Namaha Om Vriksho Amrita Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sugandhim Pushne Om Pranayama, Amrita, Om Kapalabhati, Ujaayi, Satyam Pushne Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Om Bolo Sakurus Bhagavan Ki Jai. Remind yourself the intention you made for your practice. Tatiya Upanishad. The self in man and in the sun are one. The self in man and in the sun are one. Those who understand this see through the world and go beyond the various sheaths of our being and realize the unity of life. Those who realize that all life is one are at home everywhere and see themselves in all beings. They sing in wonder. I am the food of life. I am. I am. I eat the food of life. I eat. I eat. I link food and water. I link. I link. I am the firstborn in the universe, older than the gods. I am immortal. Who shares food with the hungry protects me. Who shares not with them is consumed by me. I am this world and I consume the world. They who understand this understand life. This is the Upanishad, the secret teaching. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to those who have left the body. Peace to those who are yet to come. Peace to those who are in the body. Namaste. How is everyone? Did you fly high? Were you with the gulls or the pigeons? So, yeah, next week we're going to do a different thing. It's Valentine's Day next Tuesday. And so I plan, some of you seen the newsletter? So I told you I'm going to do a Valentine's Day thing next Tuesday, yes? I used to always do this. So we're going to do that next Tuesday, but then I've had a lot of complaints. People saying, well, I can only come on Wednesday. So now it's going to be Valentine's week. So we're going to do the Valentine's class every day. Okay, that might upset some of you, but anyway, that's what we're doing. If I get all loved up on Tuesday and enjoy it, that is. If I don't, then it'll only just be the one day. So the idea is that so when we do the Valentine's thing, there'll be a class with music, which I don't do anymore, but I used to do it a lot. And it will be a playlist of mantras, but also of love songs. Marion likes to choose a playlist, so it'll be her playlist. And it'll be a simple practice. So when we're given lots of instructions, it'll be more about kind of feeling the vibe of the occasion. And I'll do a little bit of talk about Krishna and Radha and the aspect of divine love in their Leela or play. Sorry, Leela. Sorry, we have someone called Leela in the class. I have to be aware of that when I talk about the Leela. It's not that Leela, it's a Leela of Radha and Krishna. So we're going to do that nobody else knows apart from you guys, so I haven't mentioned to anyone. I haven't said anything yet, but that's what we're going to do next week, okay? And then also, next week is the last class of term, so it'll be like a special class anyway. And then we're going to have, so lots of people thought there wasn't a class next week because it's half term, but I got all my dates wrong, so there are classes next week. And and then we're having a week break when it's not half term. And then we're coming back, and next time I'm going to start satsangs up again, so I'll give you the dates for the satsangs. And then we're having an ashram day, next ashram day is going to go out, and then we're having we're going to have our 20th anniversary celebration in April. So this spring is our 20th anniversary. I have no idea how that happened. I should have retired a long while ago. But yeah, so we're going to have I'll give you more information about what we're going to do. We're going to have a special day, and that'll be in April. We actually started in March, but I wanted to wait. Maybe in April we can use the orchard a bit more, chance of nicer weather. So we'll have a big bash on that day. So namaste. Thank you so much.